Good morning, brothers and sisters. We're continuing our Tuesday, Thursday Devos in the Psalms. We're in the second of a four-part series called Don't Forget. We're looking at Psalm 103 for this particular series. Verses 1 through 5 is where we're going to start. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. Bless the Lord, and do not forget all of his benefits, who forgives all your sins and heals all your diseases and redeems your life from the pit and crowns you with love and compassion, who satisfies you with good and renews your strength and your youth like the eagles. So last time we looked at why we need to remember, the question why. And we said there are two reasons: because we tend to forget what we should remember, and we tend to remember what we should forget. And the second reason is that because what we focus on will control our attitudes and our actions. Today we're looking at the location of memory, or the where to remember. In verses 1 through 5, we're going to see two truths from there as well. First, we need to preach the truth to our own heart. And secondly, until it catches fire in the presence of God. Listen to those 5 verses again. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me, bless his holy name. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all of his benefits, who forgives all your sins and heals all your diseases and redeems your life from the pit and crowns you with love and compassion and satisfies you with good so that your youth is renewed like the eagles. Preach the truth to your own heart. Bless the Lord, O my soul. Who is the psalmist talking to in Psalm 103? All but a few verses of this psalm, David is addressing himself. Even in these first few verses, he's already enumerated 6 things that he needs to remember. There's enough truth there to motivate him to love God and love others. So we preach the truth to our own heart until, secondly, it catches fire in the presence of God. And all that is within me, all of my thoughts, my will, my emotions, everything, all infused with his presence. And the heat of his presence there, as I'm preaching truth to myself, will make my heart malleable and shapeable to what he wants. You know, the psalmist says in Psalm 42, why are you downcast, O my soul? Put your hope in God. It'd be long to interpret that as just kind of forcing change or muscling it through, saying, stop being worried, stop being depressed, suck it up, stop being angry. That would destroy your heart if you treat yourself that way. We need to be kind and gentle with ourselves. We need to listen to ourselves as well as preach to ourselves. But it kind of is like this. When I was newly married, Rachel and I took, along with another youth leader, we took 5 teens down to the jungles of Venezuela. We were really remote in the Amazon jungles. We were staying in huts, sleeping in hammocks. And there are all kind of creepy crawler things around, from snakes and scorpions and tarantulas. And I remember one morning hearing someone, as I was coming out of the fog of sleep, whisper to me, Steve, there's a tarantula by your face. I heard that a couple of times until that truth started actually coming to my inmost being. And then I looked, and to my side, inside my hammock, maybe 2 inches from my face, there was a tarantula by my face, and that motivated me to action. I jumped out not so gracefully out of that hammock. Now, how do we move from a truth? The tarantula was there when I just heard the whisper from my friend in the hammock next to me. But how did that move me into action, into change? All my inmost being was activated. And now we do that. That's a silly illustration, but we also do that with the truth. Think about this. If he heals all of my diseases, and he forgives all my sins, and he redeems me from the pit, he crowns me with love and compassion, he satisfies me with good, and renews my youth like the eagles. Let that truth, I'm preaching that truth to myself. This is true. This is what's true about me, not what I'm feeling, not the circumstances around me. I'm going to let this truth about who God is and what he's done for me transform me in that moment. And pretty soon, by grace, we will be moved into action where we can be free to love him and love others. Now, so far, we're just saying why it's important and where this happens. It happens in our inmost being. Next time, we're going to look at what we actually preach to ourselves. What things about God and who he is and what he's done do we remind ourselves up so that we can be equipped to join him on mission? I can't wait to look at that with you next Tuesday. God bless you guys.